There we go.
Right.
Okay, we're going.
Hello, wildlings. Welcome back to Wild Whimsy. I'm Deedles, and this is Faye. And this is the continuation of our wood burning. Today we're just going to play with some of the different tips and stuff for our irons and different woods to see how it works and get a feel for our tools before we dive into doing any kind of extravagant pictures and things. Yeah. I am here. I've had a little bit more experience than Faye with wood burning, so I'm going to be showing her how to do things. Hopefully she'll like it because it's meditative. It's a good little thing, and it's relatively inexpensive. I mean, she got a kit for under $20, so it's and then you can go online and you can buy the extra tips and things like that. I have a whole handful of the different tools and stuff, attachments. Yeah. We're just letting our guns, our pens. They're called pens in the pyrography world. Pyrography, I don't know. And so with the pens have different nibs, NIBS nibs, so different tips and stuff. So for different surfaces, when we do wood, we want to have, some sandpaper available because you want it as smooth as possible. And so we have some really pretty cool pine board signs that, we can practice on, as well as I enjoy. For me, it's the grains. This one is incredible. It has all these really cool grains. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that'd be really neat to follow the grains with the wood burner. Mm-hmm. This one has a different set of grain. They're all very unique. Set some pine. We have some cedar pieces here from cedar shingles. I have some it has poly on it, or it has a surface on it, so we'll practice taking that off with a sandpaper and then burning it, because that's a super important. I have some leather here that we can try out too. You want undyed, unprocessed leather. You're going to do all your dyeing and things after the burning. Even with the wood, you're going to do all the dyeing and coloring and painting after. after. Yeah. So, one of the things that I've learned recently too in the YouTube videos and stuff to kind of refresh my mind, because I don't always do things the way you're supposed to. Who to thunk it?
Right? Why? It's ridiculous.
For years and years and years, I felt like the pressing down harder gets you a darker, deeper line. It does do a deeper line. I will, that's accurate. But it also isn't about the pressure. It's about just how long you hold the pen in that spot. And how much it will bleed, is what they call it, into the line. Right. So we're going to grab whatever your favorite kind of piece of wood is, and we'll practice with some lineage. We have the beginner basic tip here. It's just to me, I call it a calligraphy pen nib. But it does all kinds of different things. Just, straight lines, tiny lines, fine lines, and it does shading really well. I mean, it's just a versatile piece. Right. So when we pick our wood, we want to take our sandpaper and give it a...
I'm going to take the string off mine.
Note to self to get yourself a better stand than what comes with the
kit.
The kit.
Mine's terrible. It folds up on you and stuff.
So we're just giving the surface a nice little something for the... And kind of, flattening out your grain, because the grain is it's something to work with, that's for sure.
This is okay to.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
a sanding block instead of a paper, and then gives it a nice. So first, pick your hand. To the other thing I would suggest, if you're right-handed, is to have your cords and stuff all on the right side.
Yeah,
because you'll be holding it back out of your way if it's on the other side, like we have it now. I mean, that's just how we sat.
Yeah,
that's fine. But yeah, you kind of want the cord to be on your drawing hand side because not everybody's right-handed. So one of the first things we're gonna do is you have it on the slant. We're just gonna touch it and do that, and you're gonna do it really slow.
Okay.
So like a pen, you just and pull toward yourself. That is one of the techniques that is best, is to pull all the lines towards you. Yep. And so you'll feel the iron also does you'll feel the electricity. It's very weird. It vibrates a little bit. I don't know about yours, but mine does. And so I'm like, oh, don't push so hard, whatever. And remember, the slower you go, the more it burns. Or darker lines you'll get. Yep, so you're using the fine part of this particular tip.
Yeah.
And so that's why your lines are thin. But they are dark.
Yeah.
And then one of the tricks to change up your lines, if you want a lighter line, is to do it quicker. Just do it faster. And then if you want it darker after the lighter, you just go over it again.
Yeah.
And do it slower. And you get the line, different lines and things. But you'll notice too with these that here in your grip will get hot.
Oh, okay.
So this particular one over here has a grip on it for rubber, so that it is less.
Mine has the rubber.
Yeah. So for me, if you get one like this part gets hot. So you want to get yourself a grip for it. I mean, I work in a stitching place, so I could probably put a piece of leather on it, and it would help. So over time, it just heats up and it gets toasty. And so then it's practicing with your wide shading side. And remember not to push down, just that you have to hold it there long enough. And then as you're doing that, I don't know if you can feel the grooves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's your, what are they called?
Grain?
Grain, thank you. That's the wood grain. And it definitely is going to be like, I want you to go this way. And so sometimes when you're doing a design, it'll pull you this way or that. Or if you're doing lettering, that is a tough one. That's I will take the tip of this and do it slow. So you gotta to get over those bumps.
Side. Me using the side of it.
And then curved lines are a bit on the tricky side again. You want to pull everything towards you. So as you're drawing, if you had a pre-drawn thing, here we go. I have a little car here that's a practice thing. So you have a pre-drawn thing, and you're following the lines. And you're pulling away from yourself. Or pulling towards yourself, my bad. But you're also turning with it. So as you're going along and doing your lines and things, you want to turn.
You're turning the wood or
the wood.
Okay.
So you're turning the wood. It's a very detailed car.
Right. You're turning the wood with everything you do for curves?
So I just did that line. And now, if I'm going to do this wheel next, right, I have to turn the wood as I'm going to get that wheel of the car right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like doing the different lines and things.
Oh, there, I kind of did an S.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's kind of like when you're learning how to write as a child, right? And so when you teach a kid how to draw, you start off with holding the tool first. How do you hold the tool? How do you make lines? Then you move into drawing stick figures, and then you move into letters. And so I encourage people to practice that when you're wood burning. Practice your lines. Practice how to make the shorter things. Practice how to shade. So I made this D over here, like, there are many different ways. This particular tip is good for that, but there are also, other things. I like it's a painting. In the painting world, it's called Dadaism. So it's like a dotting thing.
Oh, yeah.
So you would dot, and then as you get further away, your dots get further away from each other. So you start off, making really close dots, and you just kind of watch. So for me, I started in this tip, and so I'm going to kind of watch for the smoke of the wood, and that's how I know that it's doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then I will pull it away and do just a few dots away, and so then I kind of shaded in that manner. You see the closer and then the further away.
Right.
It's the same with hash lines. You can do the same thing where, in drawing as you do in.
There was a form of drawing that was like hash marks.
Yep.
And we had to, in art class, we had to do the similar hash marks to make a picture.
Yep. I used hash marks to make a print. So you take the plastic and you use a X-Acto knife and you carve your lines in, and to get shading and things like that, you would do hash marks, and then the ink would sink into those hash marks and create that shady spot. And so again, I have a really stupid tendency, but anyway, to push down really hard, and that makes it a stronger connection to the wood and the electricity, and it wants to burn hotter, and you can feel, so that's how come you can feel it up here. So then it goes, oh, it's getting hot. I can remind myself to stop pressing down so hard, and it'll ease off. And to just let the tool do the job. Like it's always been a struggle for me. I'm like, no, I'm doing the job, right?
Yeah. Well, since you told me about that, I'm not pressing hard, so.
Yeah, it's just long. So like you have a long line, it's going to take, some pretty slow maneuvering to get through that line. And I mean, that's fine. Like, and then that's also, it's working with the wood grain, because I'm going across the grain right now, and you can feel every bump.
Oh yeah.
And so it's, okay, well, my mountain is all right, and it's kind of nature, because sometimes those bumps will just take over, and you're like in the middle of this intricate pattern. Right. And you're like, no.
I'm just experimenting with dots and lines.
Yep. Right now we're getting used to our tools and how they work. So her tool has the heating element on it.
Gauge.
And so when you're working with wood, the suggested is to have it on the highest setting. It's, you can turn it down for if you're doing something lighter, or soldering has different temperatures on it as well. So what I just did right there was I took my pen, the tip, and did that number. So it will build up with carbon on the edge.
Oh.
And so when you get to that, you'll have a piece of sandpaper next to you. And it'll clean the carbon right off the tip.
Ah, okay.
So you want to be mindful of that as you're going along and you're like, the tip of my thing's getting blacker and blacker.
Right.
So every now and again, you're going to want to take some sandpaper and clean off that tip. It's probably better to let it cool. But if you're in the middle of something, right, it's okay to quickly get in there. Then this is kind of one of those projects too that you can do, anytime. You sit at your dining room table and do something like this, or
right.
Especially if you're getting, the blank wood with no chemicals in it and things like that, you should be all right. There's a minimal smell to the wood.
Yeah.
Like it's it's like being in front of a campfire, only less, right?
Right.
So if you're in it, in campfire, then it isn't too bad. Again, one of my favorite things is how the different woods smell. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
When you're burning them. Cedar has a beautiful, sweet smell, and pine is piney.
Piney is piney.
That's right. It's hard to describe pine, right?
Yeah.
And then, so I just did it right here where I was trying to do a rounded edge and the grain went whatever.
Right, yeah.
And so just go back in and, you can fix it. I mean, it won't. I just round it out a little bit more. Maybe now this is just a shaded spot now.
Yeah, I noticed if it's the thicker part of if you're using the thicker part of it, it goes over the grain a lot better than if you were to do a thinner line. For some reason, it likes to do the thicker lines better. Yeah, the shading, I'm kind of intrigued about.
Yep, shading is cool. It is it just makes things pop.
Yeah.
And then depending on what tip you have on there, all the different tips do different things. So,
right. I think I've achieved some shading. Not sure that I'll ever become an expert in this particular form of crafting, but it is neat.
Yeah, something to, for, if you're stuck for somebody to make site tokens for an event,
right.
You're like, oh, I know how to wood burn. I guess I could do it.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I enjoy it because it's another form of drawing or painting, and then I'm always a fan of those things.
Right.
this fall when we try out airbrushing. That'll be exciting,
right?
for me.
So I did shading, but I don't know what I'm shading. So it's just like a little thing up there. This guy. Darker on the edge, lighter on the inside, on one side. You got mountains going on, or I don't. Just kind of like looks like Mandela almost leaves.
Yeah, so that's the geometry is a lot easier than your organic shapes. So
yeah,
we have a lot of straight lines and stuff. It's a lot easier. The different tips are a lot easier. So I'll show you. So this is what happens when you're like, oh, I need a different tip, and it's hot.
Yes.
You just grab.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in. If you're changing a tip.
Could you grab a metal tin cover over there? So you want something metal to put your hot metal in, but you're gonna have yourself some.
That's got plastic. Oh, metal tin there.
Pliers. They can be the grippy kind or the not grippy kind. I have not grippy kind at the moment, but obviously, so this is really hot. This is really hot. So do not touch it. Put it in the metal.
All right.
And then you can touch your new one, but know that it will heat up as you're twisting it in. Mm-hmm. So for the tightening part, you're gonna want your clips again.
Oh yeah, because there's smoke rolling off of it already.
Because it was something on my. Yeah. And then your tip is changed. Give it a moment to heat up. It will, and then you can just Oh
yeah, look how fast
continue.
Heat it up.
Yeah, it's like a. My particular pen has an on and off, so there's no heat control. So it's at its hottest right now.
Right.
It can be. So yeah, carefully again. And then you're going to wait because that's still hot. So just let it cool off before you. Mm-hmm. And if you need to switch back, it's the same. You just use your tool, put it in there, pick that one up with your pliers. Don't touch it. Yeah. And then put it back in and tighten it with your pliers. So this is a pointier tip. Probably better for lettering and stuff because it will... Well, in essence, glide better over.
Right. Well, definitely.
And so, yeah, for something like your cow picture,
yeah,
right? I mean, you could, in essence, take the, thing and do the outline all in burned whatever, and then, stain the rest in, different colors and things like that. Or take it and do some of these highlights or whatever before sealing it or whatever. So when you're done and you have a done product like this, when I've finished with this, you can spray a clear coat on it to protect it'll just help it hold up against time. Not that wood doesn't hold up against time, but it just kind of holds that in better for you. And goes, my project is done, right? It's like the final step somehow.
Yeah.
So I did do these little name plaques at one point. They were, about, yay big, little tiny things.
Right.
And so you're sitting here and you're like, Braxton, Brandon, right? You have to write these names out. Then I worked at a summer camp. And so, yeah, it depends on, we had like the calligraphy letters. So it's, pre-draw them out, then go back over them with the heat gun. I mean,
use a stencil to lay out the letter. And then,
yes. Yeah. And then you fill in like the stuff.
Yeah. So this is interesting.
It's fun. Again, it's anybody can do it. Kids are very much supervised because it is a hot thing. So, I mean, I don't know if they give an age recommendation on the packaging, but I would say, 12, 10, but I don't know. I just feel like it's for older kids and not your little guys.
Right. I don't know if mine actually gives an age range on it. Doesn't look like it.
Right. I mean, take caution.
Oh, adult use only.
Okay.
Adult use only.
So there.
Yeah.
Like,
there we go.
I mean, I don't know. I learned as a teenager. So,
Yeah.
Artistic adult, I guess. Like,
well, I think that a teenager is good.
Yeah, as long as they understand the, the ramifications of, safety. They got to understand the safety part.
Like, I wouldn't hand this off to an 8-year-old,
Yeah, I mean, no, because they'd want to grab the...
Yeah. Is this hot? Of course it is, yes. All right, well, I've made the same design over and over again.
For me, it's also the, the free, sometimes I allow the grain to tell me what to do.
Right.
Like, what am I drawing? Oh, apparently, I'm making a banner of some sort. All right. Sounds good.
Right.
And then I draw the letters on the banner or whatever.
Right.
Let's see. So leather, and this is just a scrap piece.
Fun.
Leather, it does burn through faster than wood. There are less grain type things, so it's a more versatile. Like, I can, pretty much do, cursive because it allows for it.
Right.
Also, if you don't like the smell of burnt hide, don't do it, because it does put off this extra smell that isn't wood, and you're like, what the hell? But yeah, leather is more forgiving and allows you to do more stuff. Yeah, let's see those. Super quick compared to, I mean, it's not very dark, but I didn't, the smell of the leather is kind of strong.
Oh,
So
yeah. Oh, that looks good.
So it does, you do faster and, quicker things.
Yeah.
But again, if I take my time, I get that darker line as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But again, leather too is like, there's a lot of like brands. So I do have this attachment that'll give you, it's a kit that has little tiny brands in it and stuff. And so, maybe you're making a wallet for somebody or whatever.
And turn the temperature up on my thing, and now it's like really smoking.
Now it's like, what's up? I'm hot now.
Just gonna catch the wood on fire.
So I would stick in this heart, right? And you can do branding on the leather or wood, and do, so I've done all kinds of stuff. I have this wheel apparatus too. I've, heated it up, attached it here, and just let it heat up. It's not very safe. Don't, and then dropped it down onto a piece of leather to create the whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as movement wise, I think leather has more of an advantage as far as you can be more detailed, and then go faster.
Of course, you're not working with a grain necessarily.
No, sometimes you're working with the veins, but it's not as prevalent.
Right.
And a little more stinky. Like I said, if you don't like that smell, don't.
Right.
Don't play with it.
Right.
But yeah, so this is like a pine. You worked with a pine.
Yep.
And then, so again, your woods are going to smell different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is going to...
The cedar should smell.
Oh, what a pretty bird. That's a nice groove.
Yeah, it is.
Now, if I want to try and go this way, you can see it's bumpy. I'm having a hard time getting around. Yeah. Oh, I can't even go that way.
Right.
Right. And so these moments might take a little bit, and you might have to do this number. Just do really, really slow over these grooves to get that line.
Yeah.
And so this is where this could become, tedious or whatever.
Right.
This is where I push down harder. And I'm all like, get away, bumps, right? I'm just gonna burn through you. Rah. Yeah. Don't do that. Just go slow. Take your time. But yeah, this gives off a totally different smell. It's a really good, like, for me, I love working with cedar. It's a very
awesome. The
red cedar has a gorgeous, well, not only wood, but it also smells really good as you're working with it.
Yeah.
Then you can get pre-printed things. Like this is just this little card that came with my kit.
Cute.
And so I was, practicing on the line. So this is probably where I would use this because it has these teeny tiny little lines here for the wheels, right? Or the radiator.
Yeah.
But you can also use this tip is also versatile. This little teardrop guy.
Oh, okay.
Little teardrop guy also has many different uses as far as big shading, tiny little lines. It can go on the side too and do some fun. So it's how you maneuver your tool to get the thing you're looking for too.
Right.
Tons of the beginner tips. Tons of those. Then you have your pointy ones, and then I did have a round one. Like a nice. Oh, then I have tips like this. They're super, super special for lettering and things. Those go on a different type of gun or pen. I always want to call it a gun, but it's pen.
Right.
So it should be a tip like this, but it's rounder, like a pencil. You might have one in your new set.
Kind of like that one.
Yes, perfect. So that is also one of my favorites. It's got a nice rounded edge to it, and so that'll make a nice thick line, but also really good for outlining and things like that. It is kind of pick the tip for the job, but also if you don't have options and you buy the kit that only offers a few different options for the little tip thingies, like use them. Use what you got. Like that's how I got through it. Like most of the time, I don't even think about changing it. It was whatever is on there that I start with, and I'll make it work. Right. Just like I need a big shaded area. All right, so I'll turn this on the side and do some big shading. Right. It might take a little bit.
Might take a little bit. Yeah. Do different kind of shading,
but I will get there, right? And so the tools are versatile. You can, again, we're a use what you got kind of channel. So this is what we got. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
But it should be fun. I think for the next time that we are with you, we will have some patterns drawn out that we would like to attempt.
Some sort of design. Yeah.
And we'll do some of that on. We'll record that for you.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Doing some coloring and using the different tips and things like that. And, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
But this is again, I enjoy it. It's a really fun, meditative. Right. I think I choose a lot of crafts that are meditative.
Right. I just like seeing the wood burn.
I mean, and then if you're weird like me, it's the smell.
Right.
I did mention that so this wood here has a coating on it, and you will notice when you work with it like that that isn't touching the wood. That's just burning through through the layer of I want to say it's like
looks like a
a sealer or something.
Yeah.
So what you want to do in this case, if you have a treated piece of wood, is to sand it all the way down.
Yeah.
If it's painted, get paint remove all the paint and anything, like that, because it's probably a really nice piece of pine under here.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Like if you get that off of there before you start, because the chemicals are now superheated and they're in your face and stuff. So that's just not good.
Yeah.
And so I always try to find clean wood, nothing, no dye, no anything.
Right.
Clean leather. It's not dyed. It's not treated.
Yeah.
If you're going to work with leather. But
yeah.
And then do all your coloring and everything after you're done with your burning process things. And you should be safe.
Right? Always be safe.
Right? Be careful. This does heat up. That you'll know, because if you're pushing too hard, this will really heat up and you'll be like, my hand is burning.
Right, yeah.
Well, then you got to ease up. Don't push so hard. The line will get there no matter how, fast, slow you got to go to get it. It'll be there. All right. Okay. So until next time.